Welcome back. Blueby here, thanks for joining me. Today I'm headed to SeaWorld. I really don't know much about SeaWorld. My general understanding is that it's a mix of sea life exhibits and big coasters, so we'll see what else we discover as we explore. I'm counting this as my first time. I technically went once many years ago, but the park has changed so much since then, and honestly I don't remember much about it at all. On my way through the park, I stopped by the dolphin nursery. They also have live pearl diving over at the Mermaid Lagoon, where you can pay to have them open an oyster for you. I truly do not know my way around this park yet, so for now I'm just walking and seeing what I run into. I did struggle a bit with navigation. I was using the map in the app, but still felt turned around at times. I'm sure that will get easier with more visits. The first ride I came across with a low wait time was Kraken. This coaster feels very similar to Hulk over at Universal. It's even green. It's a big coaster, but there really isn't much theming to it. My initial impression of the Kraken queue was a little chaotic. There were lots of kids running around, hopping over the queue rails, and when you reached the station, no one was really directing guests. It felt like a bit of a free-for-all. I noticed that they have a ride called Journey to Atlantis, which looks like a log flume ride. I'm not really in the mood to get wet today. Feels a little late in the season for that, but it's definitely something I'd like to try another time. I do love an aquarium, so of course I had to go check that out. This one's very small, but pretty charming. There are a few fish and jellyfish exhibits. And one of the coolest parts is the floor. There's a viewing area underneath with stingrays swimming below you. Next up, I went to see Dolphin Adventures. It's a large theatre where dolphins perform tricks, and they're so cute. They really do look like they're enjoying themselves and playing. I know SeaWorld's faced criticism in the past regarding animal care and welfare, especially years ago. Walking through the park now, there is a strong emphasis on conservation, rescue efforts, and education. The trainers here appear to have strong relationships with the animals, and the enclosures for the most part feel spacious. From what I can see, the animals genuinely look engaged and active, which was reassuring to see. After that, I headed over to Stingray Lagoon. The building itself has a very retro look, which I kinda love. You can purchase food here to feed the stingrays, which is pretty neat. I also noticed more dolphin habitats in this area. There are quite a few animal encounters throughout the park that are upcharged experiences. You can pay extra to interact more closely with the animals, often involving feeding them. Because of that, the animals tend to stay closer to those areas. I'm not totally sure how I feel about that yet, but the animals do seem willing and eager, especially when food is involved. I love manatees, so of course I had to visit the SeaWorld Rescue Center. It's one of the largest marine mammal rescue facilities in the world, which is impressive. The manatees are incredible to see up close. There's also a coral room. And oh my gosh, look at this turtle. Naturally, I wandered up to yet another aquarium. Sharks, rays. I could honestly spend hours in places like this. Next up, Manta. I knew absolutely nothing about this ride going in, which might not be the best idea considering SeaWorld does have some intense roller coasters, but here we go. This ride is so cool. You ride it laying face down, facing the ground, which is such a strange and unique position. Definitely took me a moment to adjust, but once I did, wow. It's tall, it's fast, and it really makes you feel like you're gliding. There are moments where it genuinely feels like you're skimming the water like a manta ray. Even though the ride doesn't rely heavily on physical theming, the sensation itself does so much of the storytelling, and I absolutely loved it. That's about all I had time for today. One thing I really need to figure out is what to do with my stuff. At Universal, big rides have free lockers, which makes things easy. At SeaWorld, there aren't free lockers. Most rides just have open bins on the other side of the platform, which I don't feel comfortable using. I think I need to find some clothing with zippered pockets so I can just carry my phone and keep things minimal. I don't love the idea of paying for lockers every time. Overall, these were my first impressions of SeaWorld. Manta was absolutely my favourite ride, although I only did the 2, and I really enjoyed the aquariums and animal exhibits. I'm looking forward to coming back, learning the layout better, and eventually riding more of the coasters. Have you been to SeaWorld? What are your impressions? Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.